3, 2, 1. Welcome back on the driver's side, and on today's video we're going to answer the age-old question that everyone's been asking. Can you actually buy a twin turbocharged Mercedes Benz shooting brake made of aluminium and rosewood that's capable of carrying 2 golf bags, 2 golf buggies and 2 fat blokes, all for under 40 grand? And would it be any good? Well, we ask our resident Mercedes Benz expert and Mercedes Benz fanboy, Roland J Dominic, because he actually owns one. We take it on a road trip and find out. Sit back, relax and enjoy. Okay, so we're on our way to Found Lab, and here it is at the Glades estate in Byford.
Yes, Byford.
And it's Abernethy Road.
It can't be the same one, surely.
Well, the road we've just come off is called Abernethy Road in Byford, and you simply come along here. It's a lovely tree-lined estate, and the last place you'd think you'd find where we're going for lunch is here, I think.
The Found Lab.
It's called the Found Lab. We've been here before, Ronnie. Remember we were here before? And there it is.
Very nice.
Very nice. It sits on the water and that, yeah.
What does Found
just
Lab
go left.
mean?
I don't know. But they're a brewery. They make their own beer.
And very nice beer it is too.
The last time I had it's called Nitro. It's a dark beer. You know I like dark beer. I had a dark beer. And yeah, so here you are. You're in the middle of Byford, and here's this pub.
But what's in it?
So here we are at Found Lab. Well, that was a nice lunch.
It was.
Steak sandwich.
Very nice. Very healthy.
Now, how far from did you take to
From
get?
Purdy Avenue to here was 28 kilometres.
It's a convenient place. It was a bit longer for us. Took us about 35 minutes from the Peel region. But it's a good spot to meet up because you're there and we're there.
Yeah,
we're meeting up
we're in the
here
middle.
because the journey's going to... Yeah, the journey's going to take us. We're going to do a bit of a loop around. We're going to do things a bit differently in this episode. We're going to eat first, and of course we've had our steak sandwich now. And we're going to meet here. Well, obviously we've met here. We're going to go out. We're going to go past the dam.
Yep.
And do a loop. And there's some interesting roads along the way to put today's car, the Mercedes Benz CLS 250.
That's the one.
Shooting brake through its paces. So that was a lovely lunch. We're going to throw all the kit in the car and head off and get some filming done along the way. Maybe get some shots of where this might be located. It's in the middle of a suburb, this place.
Yeah,
you wouldn't think
bang in the middle.
this great pub would just be here like this. But anyway, so all right, well, let's off.
All right, let's go.
We're going off to the Serpentine Dam today, Rolly.
Yes, just for a change.
On some interesting roads where you may choose to drive in an enthusiastic way, safely, and maybe put your particular motor through its paces. And today's car, of course, is your own personal ride, Rolly.
My own car, my Mercedes CLS 250, which I'm very happy with. It took me a long time to find it, but now that I've got it, I'm very happy with it.
Now, I looked on car sales just the other day, looking for one of these.
Is there more in WA?
I counted 4.
In WA?
No, in the whole of Australia for sale. 4.
Yeah.
These things are harder to find than Osama bin Laden.
Well, when I was looking...
The sedans you can find...
Quite a few.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them. Anyway, so here we are in sunny Byford, and yeah, we're going to make our way. I'm going to put the map up, as I always do, and we're going on a road called Nettleton Road, and you'll see what that's like, because we're going to film it, of course. Now you're right, you've got the map going there, so we know where we're headed. Beautiful day, 30 degrees. We have done this road trip once before, but it was we did this video once before, but it was the day after my birthday party, and as such, we're a little bit disorganised, a little dusty.
Yes.
from the night before, and some technical issues prevented us from getting enough material to put together. So we're going to do this again, but this time, of course, we're doing it in reverse.
Yes.
So what we're going to do today is we've had lunch.
Yes, we're
going to do driving in an enthusiastic way on some interesting roads to the lovely Serpentine Dam. Have a bit of a look around, change some cameras. Yep, left here. Now, if you go left off the main drag here, we end up going onto Nettleton Road. Yeah, Nettleton Road. You go past the Kahuna. Interesting name.
The big Kahuna.
The Kahuna Wildlife Park, where, yes, ladies and gentlemen, you can get to. I think it's a petting zoo. You can touch and feel. What do you call them? What do you call them? Marsupials of various types.
Touching and feeling.
I've never been there. It's been around forever. Have you been there? Anyway, it's on this road up ahead.
Not into touching and feeling anything.
So we're going to go to the dam after a little bit of driving here, and then we're going to stop off for a rest spot, change some cameras, get some footage of the place. This is a good journey, guys. If it's lovely out here.
Pleasant day.
It's a beautiful day. Good trees either side. The road's in good condition from memory. And yeah, if you want to put your foot down a little bit, it's a nice place to go in a safe way. There's the Kahuna Wildlife Park on the right hand side. And yeah, maybe
it's a lot more. The weather is much more pleasant than the last time we did this.
It was the last time.
It was stinking hot.
It was. The tyres were sticky on the road. That's how hot it was. It was very hot indeed. So yeah, bit of a vibe here. I'm just going to twist the camera around so you have a look at that. This is the sort of road we're on now. It's a little rougher here, but it's in good shape. There's no potholes or anything. And there's trees all around. It's lovely. And it's got a bit of left and right action. And
our favourite marsupial for the next 60 kilometres.
What's that?
Kangaroos.
Who was it?
I can't remember where it was.
This is great. Look at this road. Look at this.
The boys have been doing their burnouts.
Yeah, you can see it's been driven in an enthusiastic way.
But only in circles. Only in circles.
These are chaps just very keen on their turning circle.
Yes, yes.
The perimeters of their car. Look at this. This is cracking stuff. So yeah, the CLS. What are these fetch? What are these fetch? What are these fetch on the market? What are they?
Well, generally speaking, if supply is lower than demand, then it puts the price up. For some reason, these vehicles were never popular when they first came out because the idea of a shooting brake, I think, honestly, confused a lot of people. Because only people of a certain vintage would realise what is a shooting brake is. And in the 2025 calendar year, I would say less than 2% of the population would even know what that phrase means. So when Mercedes brought these out, they were popular in Europe, as you can imagine. But over here, we soldiered on with the E-Class wagon, which is a solid thing and a lot more room.
Spacious, yeah.
In the rear, the E-Class is more spacious than this, but it lacks a bit of pizzazz.
It's more practicality. It's function over form.
It is absolutely.
And this is the other way around.
It's the sort of vehicle that in Germany would be given to a salesman to sell his vacuum cleaners and toilet rolls and brushes and stuff.
Ironing boards.
And ironing boards. It's superb for ironing boards. And consequently, they didn't come with a high level of equipment.
Can you imagine a bloke showing up at your business in a Mercedes
selling you an ironing
board? I haven't had one on me. I'll just slide it out of the back of the capacious back end of the Merc, and
but it was the workhorse. It was the only station wagon Mercedes had. Obviously, as we all know, SUVs have taken over.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that. Tell me, when did the shooting brake become the sports wagon? Yeah, sports wagon. It was like a slightly smaller, sportier sports wagon.
What car was that?
I know the Hyundai Elantra had a sports. Remember, had that?
I think it was just.
A
they're
name.
Looking for an adjective.
Yeah, so very nice inside. I mean, the wood grain's gone a bit out of fashion, but this is very.
It's a bit funky.
Is it? This isn't rosewood.
No.
The rosewood's in the back.
It's some sort of wood. I'm not sure what it is. But apparently it is wood.
It is wood, yep.
So I asked the question and said yes.
But I'm not. It's very subtle.
Lots of lacquer and shit.
Yeah. Lots of lacquer and shit. Ah, yes, a much used combination. A cure all around the family home. Have your polishing done with, what is it? Lacquer.
Lacquer.
Yes, new lacquer and shit. Kills all household pests, including the kids.
Make sure that insurance is up to date.
For external use only. I've drunk some wine that had that on the bottle. Here we are, coming up the cafe. It's on the right hand side here somewhere. It's a 40 zone here, guys, so don't be caught. And there's speed bump, and always a speed bump. Here you go. Cafe, gallery, car park. Well, we all know we've come on some interesting roads to go for a drive when things like this show up in the car park. And here we are in the car park of the lovely Serpentine Dam Cafe. And you know you're running with carbon brakes when you've got yellow calipers. Very nice indeed.
Hi everyone, my name is Rolly and Boyd is here of course. This is my 2019 Mercedes CLS 250. A take on an E-Class station wagon, but it's called a shooting brake.
So this is like the sports wagon version of the E-Class wagon. Gorgeous looking thing. Absolutely
made
gorgeous.
out of aluminium to make it light.
Yeah, so what? So all of this is aluminium?
It's all aluminium.
So if I put a magnet on there, the magnet would just fall off. Fair enough.
This is one of the few features of many features here is if you stand, the doors and windows are all shut. If I stand here and hold the open button,
well, and the roof
opens.
And the roof opens as well. Very nice.
All four, and
electric tailgate, lovely.
And then you hit it again,
and everything locks up and shuts the windows.
That's it.
Well, that's not bad. Nice and easy. The Skoda opens them, doesn't shut them. So what's under here?
Is a 2-litre 4-cylinder twin turbocharged engine, which used to be a unique vehicle, and now every European manufacturer has them running in everything.
So we're talking 4-cylinder 2.1 front engine rear drive.
Correct.
How many gears?
Oh gosh, that's a good question.
We'll call it 8. Have a look on Google.
8,
Can't
7,
remember.
8, 9, something like that.
But this is a car that is form over function. Just have a fair dinkum look at it. Luxury inside, and we'll cover that in a minute. In the boot, it's not massive, but
it has a genuine rosewood tailgate. Not the most practical of things when you're shifting sand.
So this floor is rosewood?
Yes, it is.
Beautiful.
And it's got that sort of boat type gubbins with all the stripes.
Boat design finish. Lovely. Twin exhaust at the back. It's got the lock and leave button hub here, I see. So I can press this
the button and it's shut.
Okay, cool.
The only thing it won't do is if you've got your body part in there.
If you've got a body part,
it will.
If you've got a body part in here, look out. Or will
it won't shut.
It won't cut it off?
It won't shut, no. You might give it a bit of a reassuring tap.
a little love tap. Hey, idiot. You've left your...
Is this working?
You've left your in the boot.
And the wheels, we were talking about this before. I'm not really sure.
I'm going to shut this.
Just press the button. It's 285 3019s.
285?
3019.
Yeah, they are. They're whopping rubber.
And they're big. And it's of course rent a car. And you think, there's one, I got it. And I blew the tyres. And I was like, oh, Jesus, I better have a look under the bonnet.
These are X5 size tyres, mate.
Yeah.
I think the X5 starts with a 3.
This is the front one's the Sports Pluses, Michelin Sports Pluses.
All the LEDs that you'd find
The car's chock-a-block with everything you'd expect of a vehicle in this price range. It's about 150 new.
Now, what's the price range on these if you can find one? A good one.
Well, if you can, well, there's the trick, and the people who know that, unlike say a Corolla or a Hyundai i30, that seems too good to be true. It's probably just a rental car from Eurocar or No Birds or something like that. These aren't so much rental cars per se, but they get used as executive transport.
Yeah, so airport transfer. That's
Airport transfer. I'd like to introduce you to the inside of my CLS 250 shooting brake. One of the features which I've only just really taken in is this wood grain. I've had to find out from Mercedes what exactly it is, and it's an African sustainably farmed blackwood called Zambiro. Anyway, enough of that. Have a look-see at the dash. The dash is leather, as are the door cards, and everything on the inside of this vehicle, bar the roof, which is Alcantara, is leather. The command system has navigation, as you would imagine. The center of this vehicle is very much like my W221 S-Class, where the Mercedes clock in the middle is bookended by the air vents. Beneath it is the climate controlled air conditioning and a myriad of other features which I won't bore you with. This vehicle, like all Mercedes of this year, is a command system that runs it, and it's faultless, absolutely faultless. Steering wheel, again, leather. The dash on this is not digital like the S-Class of the same model, but it is easy and clear to read, and it has a myriad of information here which, quite frankly, I've never really had a look at, but there you go, there it is. There's all the bits and pieces that you can press your button on. Obviously it is a push start over there. The gear shifter is this lever here, this one here, hard to see. Cruise control is this chap. Here's the cruise control. This one here is the power steering wheel adjustment, and the top wand is indicators, washers, and so on and so forth. This particular vehicle has the AMG Sports pedals, which are, as you can see, aluminium with little rubber bits in there that grips your foot. Not that I have to worry about gripping the foot too much. To control the screen, there is this dial and button over there which makes it all happen, and again, everything in here is also leather. So that's about all I can tell you about this vehicle's interior. Well, there we go.
Well, that was a nice spot to go for a fang and get some footage of this glorious Mercedes Benz RJ.
It was.
I'm a big fan of the wagon.
I quite like it.
I just think they're cool looking cars.
Well, that's unfortunate. That's why I bought it, because I like the look of it.
So would this have the same wheelbase as an E-Class wagon? It's just a different body on top. All aluminium and rosewood.
and
oh wow! Look at this! Look at this! Look at that!
Look at that!
What's going on there? What's that?
Was this here when we came in?
I think I don't remember. I don't remember last time.
No. Yeah, because you got 4 inches between the wheels. Yeah. So it's a nice ride. These are I've driven a E-Class sedan, and I've never driven an E-Class wagon, but this car seems to be a bit more of a sporty natured suspension, especially with those bloody wheels and
firmer ride.
Yeah, a bit firmer.
I think you've also got a lower centre of gravity, just by virtue of the design being lower than the standard E-Class.
And the body being on the top is lighter than.
And the body's lighter, and all the gubbins is down low. Yeah.
When I first bought it, I was going over speed humps. I was slowing right down, thinking, oh geez, I'm going to take out my bloody front spoiler. It's miles away.
So we've come down the other side of the hill, haven't we? We've come down after a stopover.
We're on the flat.
And we're on the flat. We're at the base of the Scarp, heading south now on. I think this is the Great Southern Highway. Is it? I never know. I don't know. Well, you got a map on that? Yeah, we're coming into the Peel region now, heading into Pinjarra. And now this is interesting because this is where you can either go left and go up to Dwelling Up, where we've been before, or
Southwestern Highway.
We're on Southwestern Highway. There we go. Thanks for coming. Heading south, of course, and we're coming into mid-afternoon, and hopefully we've got enough time for a belt of the Dimple Pimple as we make our way to the venerable,
the magnificent
Pinjarra Golf Club, and
the Golf and Country Club.
Golf and Country Club
Resort.
Well, why not? Why not? I'm just thinking, maybe we get to wheel out some sort of spa bath and hop in after a round and a bottle of champagne and a fat cigar. What's more to want? Get some. I can tell you a couple of things, but I might put off half our audience. But there you go. But it is a very nice course. It's the sort of golf course that you wouldn't expect it to be like, isn't it? You go there and you're like, okay, well...
You would think it's more in a city.
Yeah.
You think it's more of an inner city.
Hats off, by the way, to everybody there at your wonderful place, the groundsman and that.
The Royal
the
Golf and Country Club.
It's a little known fact that... Betty didn't mind a whack of the Dimple Pimple herself, and incognito, she was often found down there.
And Chucky and Camilla.
Yeah, necking pints after a round with the locals. Bless her. Anyway, Chuck's not a fan, I don't think. I don't think he's a golfer.
I think Camilla would be.
You reckon?
I think she's got balls.
Folks, if you're heading down to the Peel region from Perth, just get off that freeway and go for a lovely drive. Stop off for a bite to eat, a little breakfast. Oh, by the way, what's it called? The place? Sound Lab.
Sound Lab.
Open from 11:30, so it's a brunch. You know,
a brunch. Yes,
it's a brunch if you want.
Dinner.
We had a steak sandwich.
Do they do dinners? Lunch?
And they're open on certain days from same time till late. I think. Check the website. Found Lab. In Olsen Gardens.
That's it.
Olsen Gardens in Byford. Go there.
Easy to find.
Very friendly folk. They've won awards. The beer's quite nice. Only had the one, of course. But I had the dark ale. And what did you have?
So I had the IPA. Yeah.
IPA.
Very cheap.
So back to the Merc. We never got to pricing on this, did we? How much is one of these fetching? A good one. Well,
if there was enough of them on the market to be able to give an average, a poverty like something that has questionable service, you'd pick up for 23, 24 grand.
You wouldn't go there though, would you?
Grey, unless you're a Merc mechanic.
Yeah, okay.
With access to parts.
Yeah.
But at the top end of the range, 35 to 40, they're
okay. So 40
it's
grand.
the rarity bit.
40.
If they were Hyundai i30.
Okay.
Mate,
What does 40 grand get you in the station wagon market today, Rolly? What does 40 grand buy you?
What is it?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
I happen to know a little bit about Mitsubishi at the moment, and you can get into a Mitsubishi 5-seat, not the 7 version, the 5-seat version of an Outlander, which is probably, I know it's an SUV, and they start out at 42 and 3 bits.
10-year warranty.
10-year warranty and cap price servicing, or the option of 10-year warranty. All you have to do is make sure it's serviced for the first 5 services through a Mitsubishi repair agent, and then
I think that
year in, year out, using that regime extends the warranty all the way through to 10 years. And your pricing's capped as well. It's different pricing for different services, but whatever that service price is at sale or delivery time is what it will be for the full 10 years. So if you're looking at your 10-year service costing $699, I don't know what the actual is off the top of my head, but let's say it was $699. With the way things are going at the moment, $699 in 10 years' time, you're likely to buy a half a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
But that's what the price of your service will be. So it's not a bad thing. Here we are. Yeah, here we are in... and this is a nice spot if you're heading south to pop in for a coffee. There's a bakery here, and you're not far out of Mandurah.
And it has
a chemist.
Pies that have got the tick of approval by Jenny Craig.
Pinjarra Diner. There you go.
There it is.
Pinjarra
Jenny
Diner.
Craig will be over there saying these are healthy.
There's another thing, the Exchange Hotel, as seen on TV.
All
I see their
hotels
ads.
on country towns.
A dome?
Commercial, the commercial hotel,
Yeah.
or the Exchange Hotel.
Or the Federal.
Nice.
Porsche. Well, that's nice, yeah. Is it an RS3?
You'll be able to find out on this.
Right here. Sorry. Okay, here we are. We're not far. Now we're heading into Mandurah. And we're off to the golf club. Well, Rolly, that was a lot of fun. We
Wonderful day.
We are now here
Wonderful
at
day.
the beautiful
Royal
Pinjarra
Golf
Golf
and Country Club Resort.
Country Club and Resort, and whatever else you want to call it. And as we said earlier, what a great course it is, and what a great drive.
favourite of Phil and Betty when they were
That's
here.
it. We've covered that. Yeah, how Phil and Betty like to come and play here, incognito, of course.
And
Nick a couple of points at the end of the round, as they love to do. But yeah, so great drive. We stopped off and had a good look at the dam. It's a lovely drive down, and we did it in such a lovely car made of aluminium and rosewood. Mercedes Benz have done it again. If you've got a lazy 40 grand, you can go and get yourself, I think as we described, a brand new Mitsubishi Outlander, entry-level spec. Or if you like to go with something that's tried and tested and been driven around a little while, you can get this beautiful, what I think is quite possibly the best looking wagon on the market today. So
and
thanks
let's
for
call it a wagon.
Yeah.
Let's not call it a shooting brake.
No, let's just, because that's what it is. It's a station wagon.
Station wagon.
All right, well, that's great. I'll just bang the microphone there, but there you go. So
thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us. And when we see
Till the next
you,
time.
yeah, until we see you again, drive safely. And when we do see you again, we'll see you on the driver's side. Now, I've got a cooling libation of the non-alcoholic variety in my car. Would you like one?
That would be very good.
All right, let's get that organised because I'm as dry as a pommy bath towel. It's still recording.